have been craving spaghetti without the carbs, so I'm gonna cook spaghetti squash. Let's get started. Thank you guys for coming on over to the L Connection. Like I said in my intro, I have been craving spaghetti squash and without the carbs. And since I started this vegan journey, I have tried to come up with a lot of things that I can emulate from things from what I ate before until things that I can eat as a vegan. So I'm going to show you guys how I prepped my spaghetti squash, and then I'm going to cook it magically. So here we go. Here's the spaghetti squash. I cut it in half, and this is what it looks like on the inside. You have seeds, and then you have this other crappy stuff that I don't know what it is, but it's delicious anyway. So what we have to do is we have to scrape this inside out. Have to scrape all of that out. Now the reason why this seems so hard is because this one is like it's not ripened, but it's still good. I know it don't look like it, but I'm good. It's good. See how all of that just falling out? Slow. There it is. It's just slow. Okay. You clean all that out. Season all. You clean all that. Okay, we got all that out. And once you do that, you leave it just like this. You go ahead and you put your oven on 450. And that's to just get it preheated. So when you get ready to put it into the oven, then all you have to do is wait 45 minutes. It usually takes about 45 minutes before it's completed. So we put oil. I'm not gonna actually do this already because I cheated. I prepped one already. So you go ahead and you sprinkle your oil on top, and you have to rub it with your hands. Yes, sometimes cooking is really messy, but the effect of what it can do is amazing. Okay, anyway, then we go ahead and we do our seasonings. I use onion powder, Southwest Chipotle. These are salt-free, and my garlic powder, of course, and it's salt-free as well. And I just sprinkle as much or as little as I want on there, and I usually go overboard because when you're cooking it, you know that it's gonna all absorb with the oils and everything. So that is how that is done. But while that's in the oven cooking, we're gonna go ahead and saute our mushrooms and our baby spinach so we can get something else other than just a spaghetti squash and give it some flavor and texture as well. So give me just a moment and we'll be right back. Are we ready for sauteed mushrooms? Why does sizzle get you happy? I guess because we think, okay, we're gonna eat. Get these in there. While they're cooking, I'm gonna add my seasoning. Ooh, wrong side. Got my garlic. Same seasonings that I used. Same seasonings that I used.
Gotta shake it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is fresh. I promise you. Okay, there we go. As I was saying, the same seasonings that I was using on my spaghetti squash. Okay. You can use different flavors, but I try to use the same because I wanted to make it even richer as I'm cooking it, you know. So yes. This also gives that meaty flavor where you don't even have to worry about having meat. But you have to take your mind there to where you're eating meat. Look at all that delicious. Yes. Now you cannot tell me that this does not look like meat. Well, you can tell me, but I. Okay. So now we're gonna add in some spinach. In some things that I cook, I really don't like the spinach like wilted because I like a little crunch. But with my spaghetti squash, I like it wilted because you can get more. So add some spinach. Think this pan's big enough. Okay. Let it get wilted down, and then I'm going to add some more seasonings. You have to over exaggerate the seasonings, I guess I'll say. That's what I'm going to say.
You said it.
You know, I like to cook because I don't have to guess what's in it. I don't have to worry about, is it too much salt? I don't have to worry about the calorie intake because I can control that. And on this vegan journey, that's one of the things that I really have learned about is the seasonings. I love the fact that with no salt, you can add as much as you want or as little as you want. And it gives it an amazing, amazing flavor. Okay? And we have all of that deliciousness mixed together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what the spaghetti squash looks like once it's cooked with all of that seasoning and oil flavor mixed together. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've already began to shred my spaghetti squash because I want you guys to see why it's called spaghetti squash. So as I'm shredding it, you see how the texture and the stringiness, it looks like spaghetti. And this is what you get at the end. The shell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of this spaghetti squash into my mushrooms and my spinach mix because it's a lot. The 1/2 is a lot, so this can go a long way. A very long way. And the reason I say that is because this is lunch for tomorrow. And maybe the next day too. Okay. So the reason why I'm putting it in here is only to get it warm. Just to get it warm. Because everything else is already cooked. Does this not look amazing? Okay, I'm gonna take my spoon, my fork, because that's not working. I was trying to be a chef. And I'm going to show you guys the plating at the end. And I add this seasoning. It's like a sweet sour mix to it that makes it over the top. It's already on top, but I'm going to make it over the top with the seasoning. With the sweet and sour. Y'all know what I mean. The vegan journey has been, I've really enjoyed myself because I've been finding recipes and tweaking them and making them my own, and I've noticed the difference far as my digestive system. It hasn't been where it's like, oh, acid reflux or anything like that. It's just, I have really, really enjoyed myself on this journey. I also found a recipe for vegan crabless crab cakes. And I made them, you guys, and I'm gonna share them with you. And they were so good. And I did them both ways. I fried them in a skillet, and I also did them in an air fryer. And believe it or not, I like the air fryer better. I don't know if it's because of the oil, but I really like the air fryer one. It was like a little crunch to it. Oh, it was so good. As you can tell, I'm a foodie.
A foodie.
I am a foodie. Okay, we got it all warm. So now I'm getting ready to plate it and show you guys exactly what the end result is gonna look like. Be right back. You guys, this is the sauce that I was talking about. The sweet and sour. I buy this like 2 or 3 bottles at a time. I don't eat it that quickly, but I do buy it like that because it's gone. It's gone very fast. But this gives it that Asian-like flavor, if you want to say. Hint of heat and also sweet. Hey, yeah. Here we go, just drizzle. It doesn't take a lot. Okay. This stuff is so good. And now for the taste. Thank you, Lord. Those seasonings are so good. So good. So you guys, ooh, excuse me. You guys, please try this recipe and let me know what you think about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave everything that you want to know about this recipe. That's not it. I'm telling them to leave it. I'm gonna leave everything in the description.
Let's try it again.
I'm gonna leave the recipe in the description box below. If you have any questions, just leave them down there as well. And as I always say, trust you and trust God.